Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for all those new subscribers that's just recently joined. Today I'm going to show you a very quick, simple, easy recipe to cook chicken livers. So the recipe I'm showing you today is suitable for all 4 phases, even on attack phase when you are very restricted with your ingredients. So I will show you just in a minute. Welcome everyone. Okay, so we're going to quickly show you what ingredients you need. Over here I've got very fresh chicken livers. This is about 500 grams. So I normally divide this into 2 large portions, but you can definitely make 3 to 4 portions from this amount of chicken livers. Then on the chopping board here I've got a small onion. I've just cut that in half and I peeled it. Over here I've got a half a cup of water. And then we're going to measure out some mustard and some tomato puree. We need 2 tablespoons of each. And try when you look for tomato puree in the shop, sometimes it says tomato paste. You are looking for something as low as possible in sugar. Okay? And then we've just got a teaspoon of oil here. So let's get started. We'll get the cooker on and you find yourself a nice big non-stick pan. I'm putting the heat on medium to high, and I will add the oil to the pan. Here we go. And just move that a little bit around in the pan. For those of you who have watched my omelette videos, we've wiped the oil out of the pan at this stage, but today I'm going to leave that in there, because we need a little bit more oil for this dish. Now that might look, the teaspoon of oil, like a bit too much for one person, but remember it's for 2 or 3 people. The onions, I'm just going to slice them. You can of course dice them if you want, any way you like. There we go. And I'm going to put the onions straight in the pan. Break them up a little bit. Oops. There we go. So we're just going to leave them cooking here. And now I'll just show you the chicken livers very briefly. Now when I do my chicken livers, I like to keep them in a big piece. You'll often see the chicken livers are too attached, and I just cut them in half here and I leave them in rather large pieces. That way I find it keeps its juices a bit better and it is not drying out. So you can of course cut them smaller if you want, but you have the risk of them going dry. Another thing with chicken livers, make sure they've not been frozen, because once they've been frozen they also taste drier. Okay, so we're just cooking our onions here. They're cooking along nicely. Now, the recipe we're doing today is for the protein day or for attack phase. But if you're on your veggie day, you can add some garlic to this. You can add some sliced mushroom if you want. You can add a handful of spinach. Even if you wanted to put a little bit of sweet peppers. The sky is the limit for you to add your veggies at this stage. So it's already starting to color a little bit. So I'm going to use a little bit of our water here. Just a dash of water. Turn it down slightly. There we go. And we'll measure out our mustard and tomato puree. There we go. So 2 tablespoons of mustard. There we go, in a little bowl. And we'll do the same with the tomato puree. go. Get another teaspoon. There we go, some tomato puree. And again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit of that water to these. I'll just give it a little stir. Loosen it up a little bit. A bit more water. And this is going to become your gravy, or the sauce of the chicken livers. There we go. Let's have a look at our onions here. Oh, they've colored nicely now. So what I do at this stage is I remove them from the pan, just like I did with the omelette fillings. Put them out there. There we go. And the pan is rather hot at the moment, so I'm going to put the livers in now. It's important to have a hot pan to seal the livers. So try to have it a single layer, don't stack them. And that's why a good size pan is handy. There we go, just move them around. Now be careful because they might pop if there's a little bit of liquid on them. I try to make sure that they've been dried off. You can even put them on a paper towel just before you put them on. So now I'm going to have that on a medium to high heat. We're just going to wait till they color a little bit. We'll come back here to our mustard mixture. Give it a good stir. There we go. So let's have a look here if they are ready. Now the trick with chicken livers is you don't want to overcook them. A lot of people like eating them medium to medium rare. I don't like mine too bloody, so I cook mine slightly longer. Now it's important to check your chicken livers to make sure there's no little gallbladders attached to them. If you see a tiny little balloon that's kind of green or blue in color, then please remove that because it's extremely bitter. I've not seen any on these chicken livers. They've been very good. Brilliant. So this is all we're doing now. We've just been dry frying them with no oil at all. And we just give them a bit of color, both sides. So I'll just leave them a few seconds. There we go. And the smell is gorgeous. There we go. We can take our onions at this point. Now just scatter them on top. There we go. You can hear them sizzling. So now they've both been cooking on both sides a little bit. Now what we're going to do is take a little bit of that water and I just pour it in the bottom of the pan. And now our mixture of mustard and tomato. Just going to spoon that over. I really like this recipe because it's got so few ingredients and it is so tasty. I've tried lots of recipes and the sky is the limit. You can also stir in a little bit of your cream cheese at this point if you like a bit of cream cheese, but it really doesn't need it. You could also add a dash of milk if you prefer rather than water. And now we're going to close it. And I put the lid on, turn the pan down. I would say just 1 minute and then your chicken livers will be ready. Okay, so our chicken livers have been cooking for about a minute. Here we go. Let's have a look. You can see that they look rather juicy, so I'm just kind of trying to stir our sauce a little bit around the livers. Make sure the liquid is well mixed. Onions are mixed through. Now you can see it's quite a lot of chicken livers. So I love my chicken livers, but you might find that this is way too much for 2 or 3 portions. You can of course make a pate if you've got leftover chicken livers. Okay, now we're going to switch this off now, and I will show you what they look like. We'll cut one open. There we go. Here we go. So you can see that's rather pink inside. If you don't like them that soft, just put them back for another minute. So that is what they look like at this stage. So they're not dry at all. Brilliant. So now I'm going to show you, we're going to serve them. Over here I've got just a plate with all kinds of nice mixed leaves. So just prepare a bed of lettuce. If it is your veggie day, you can now add anything else to the salad if you want, and then add your chicken livers. For me personally, I just like a few leaves in the bottom. So let's pretend this is our veggie day, and I'm going to serve our chicken livers on top here. There we go. Now if you see what they look like on a large plate, it looks like a really nice portion. If you do that same amount of chicken livers on a smaller plate, it looks a bit more, especially when it is your protein day. So I'm going to do roughly the same amount of chicken livers, but on a smaller plate. Just to have a look what it looks like on your protein day, or when you're on attack phase. You could have this for your dinner or for your lunch. So there we go. So on the plate, and for attack you can add a tiny bit of fresh herbs. Here we go. For attack you can also add a little bit of cottage cheese. You can put it on top or on the side if you like. And then I've got a smaller plate here again. We'll try and put the same amount of chicken livers on this plate, and you will see immediately using a smaller plate makes it look like a lot more. Here we go, quick and easy. I've got a lovely gravy here with onion in it. Going to just pour that over. Here we go. And we can use a bit of tomato. There we are. The other item you can serve with your chicken livers is your daily Dukan bread. That goes really well. So on your protein day, you could have a slice of your protein bread, your Dukan bread, or even 2 slices if you like. You could also have that on your vegetable day. So the choice is yours. And that is all for today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're going to be making some chicken livers. They are really good for you. And leave us a little comment if you like it. And please remember to subscribe if you enjoy our videos. Tomorrow we're going to be making another video. So keep looking and you'll find us there. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye-bye.